In this lesson titled Copying a Formula into Adjacent Cells, we'll be working in Workbook O3, Creating Formulas and Functions, and we'll be on the Copying Formulas worksheet tab. In an earlier lesson, we learned how to make some simple formulas here and some simple functions here. As you look up in the formula bar, you can see that these aren't actual numbers. These are formulas and functions that give these numbers. Although it's relatively easy to create a formula or a function, it is extremely time-consuming to recreate it every time. We're going to use a feature called autofill. To use autofill, you simply have to click on a function or formula and then grab the autofill handle in the bottom corner and drag it across. And it will automatically fill in the formula for us. Let's take a closer look at these formulas to see really what Excel did. When we click on the first one here that we created earlier, we see that this is returning the answer 50 because it's this formula C4 minus C5. And if I double click, I can actually edit and see that it's this number 100 subtract this number 50, and then we get our total. I'm going to click over here and see this one. The same thing is happening, only it's D4 minus D5. And over here, E4 minus E5. So the same pattern continues for these others. So in a way, Excel said, and I'm going to click here to get out, I notice that this formula is dividing 2 up from one that is 1 up. And so when I copied it here, it said I'll do the same thing here. I'll take the number that's 2 up and I'll subtract the one that's 1 up and I'll give you the answer here. That's called a relative reference. As I move it across, the reference changes because it's relative, and it puts the new numbers in here that we need for the formula. Let's look over here at this function. Here we have a function that's this cell equals C4 through H4. Same thing applies here. I can simply grab this and pull this down, and there's my answer. Now, can I copy a copy? You bet you can. I can grab here and pull it down, and it will continue to copy that down. And as I click on it, you can see all my references changed accordingly. If I double click to edit, I'll see it's taking all of these numbers and giving me here the total. I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard to get out of this. And the same thing for average. I can click here on this function, get my autofill handle down in the bottom corner, click, and I'll pull it all the way down. This is a very important concept called autofill to allow us to copy formulas to adjacent cells, whether those cells are to the right or whether they're down in this case.